Hello everyone. Today we with one of the new video, the 8th standard microorganism, friend and the foe of the class 8th standard science. The chapter second. The chapter second, the 8th standard science. In this chapter, the name of the chapter is microorganism, friend and the foe. In this chapter, we are going to study, is it microorganism very necessary to our body or it will give harmful to our body. So, in this chapter, we are going to study which microorganism is important or which is very friend to us, our body as well, which of the microorganism harmful to our body. That's all we are going to study in this chapter. Not only the then importance as well, some of the other kind of thing also we are going to in this chapter. In this chapter, in this video, we are going to study about the questions from the textbook. Along with the answers, the notes is given as well. We are going to give some explanation. So first question is fill in the blanks. First question is the filling the blanks. The microorganism can be seen with the help of dash. Of course, you know that micro means very small, organism means living kinds, which is, can you see your naked eyes? No, which cannot be see our naked eyes or our eye. Because of that, we would see one of the instrument called as microscope. Microscope help us to see the microorganism or the smaller kinds. Second question is blue-green algae fix dash directly from air to enhance fertility of the soil. Of course, you know that so many 78% the nitrogen is present in the air, but the soil in that nitrogen. Why? Because the plant is very important, the nitrogen, to growth. So, blue-green algae will fix the nitrogen from the air to the soil to enhance the fertility. Third question, alcohol is produced with help of microorganism. Dash. Yes. Is it the alcohol is produced by the help of microorganism? Yes, definitely. When you're doing the wine and all, there is the yeast is very important. You could know that any alcoholic condition which is produced by the help of yeast of the microorganism. To fermentation process, alcohol need the yeast as a microorganism. Cholera is caused by dash. Of course, everyone, you could have seen that cholera is always caused by the bacteria, and which is one of the which is transferred from through the water, such kinds, and it may have diarrhea, such kinds. So cholera is always, it is transport or which is caused us by the microorganism called the bacteria. So bacteria is very important to cause the cholera. So bacteria is answer. Question 2. Take the correct answers. So there are 4 choose the following is given. You have to check it whether which is the right one. First question is, yeast is used in the production of dash. First one, sugar. Second one, alcohol. Third one, hydrochloric acid. Fourth one, oxygen. Yes, of course, we know that sugar, hydrochloric acid cannot be prepared by itself, or oxygen also. So, definitely the alcohol is the answer. Alcohol is one of the answer to produced by the help of yeast or by the method of fermentation. So, alcohol is the answer. Next question is, which of the following is an antibiotic? Of course, you know that antibiotic, what it mean by the antibiotic and where it is of course, dear children, you might have used the antibiotic when you cause any diseases. So, sodium bicarbonate, streptomycin, alcohol, yeast. By saying the what answer itself, you know that alcohol and yeast are the not the answer. So then you have the doubt on streptomycin. Streptomycin is one of the antibiotic which is always given to the person who are suffered with a diseases or some kinds. So streptomycin is one of the what kind. Carrier of malaria causing protozoan is dash, or carrier. One of the malaria will caused by dash, which can be transported or which can be carried by, first option, female anopheles mosquito, cockroach, housefly and the butterfly. You could know the answer butterfly. It may not be even the cockroach also. Then you have the doubts on female anopheles mosquito as well, the another one. So mosquito will spin or transfer the malaria from one person to the another by sucking the blood of one who causes already the malaria and transport it to the another one. That is. Next question is, the most common carrier of communicable diseases is dash. Of course, you know that ant, housefly, dragonfly and the spider. Which might be the most common? You know that communicable diseases will be commonly transferred from one person to the second person. So, ant cannot be, dragonfly cannot be. So, most of the answer or most of the communicable diseases can be transferred one person or one kind to the another by the help of housefly. So, that's the answer is housefly. Next question, the bread or the idli that rises because of dash, by heating, by the grinding, by the growth of yeast cells or in kneading it. Of course, you know that where it is, we never heat it. And we heat it, but it is not the answer for this. Even a grinding also. But the answer is the growth of yeast cells. Before going to put the idli to the heat, we are putting some amount of the yeast. So, due to the growth of yeast. So, growth of the yeast is one of the main answer to become the fluffy idli or to fluffy bread or the cakes. So, the growth of yeast cell is one of the most important answer for either in the case of not only in the idli, even a dosa where it is a fluffy comes, then it is a growth of yeast. Next question, the process of conversion of sugar into alcohol is called dash. Process, sugar, in the starting it is a sugar and later it is converted into alcohol. By which process? Nitrogen inflation, molding, fermentation, infection. Which could be It might be the molding or the fermentation or the nitrogen. Which might be that the answer is the fermentation method. Fermentation method is one of the main method or which could you used in your daily life when you're preparing the wine. Of course, you put the fruits as well. You add some amount of the sugar and you will close the lid by there is no not to enter the oxygen. Later, after the certain days, you will remove it by the sugar is converted to the alcohol. Then you will get the wine. Next question is match the following. Match the organism in the column A with their action in the column B. That's one of the most important. Let's see. This is with the answer itself. I did not to give the questions here. I just given the answer itself. Bacteria causing the cholera. Of course, we discussed right now. Rhizobium. This is one of the most important microorganism which to convert the nitrogen oxygen into the soil, or one of the most important in the case of fixing of nitrogen. The next one is the lactobacillus, which is very important microorganism to convert the milk and the curd. So, lactobacillus is one of the microorganisms to convert the curd, yeast, to form the bread. Not only bread, even a cake or etc. So, the yeast is very important for the kind of food material to get the pluppy. A protozoan causing the malaria. We just discussed malaria will caused by the help of female Anopheles mosquito. So, the malaria will carried by one person to the another with the help of one of the mosquito. So, such kind is called as a protozoan. So, protozoan means a causing of the malaria. Virus. Virus means definitely causing of any diseases. Virus means causing of any diseases. So, in this column A as well the column B says some kind of the microorganism and which is causes or what the importance of the microorganism. Yes, of course, you know that the curd is very, very, very important to our body. So, lactobacillus nothing to do to our body. It is not a harmful. It is good or a friend of microorganism to our body. Let's we go with next question. Can microorganism be seen with the naked eye? If not, how can they be seen? Micro, the name itself says very, very, very small or a too much of the small organism. Can you see too by your just a eye without using any lens? No, it's not. If not, how would you see? If the microorganism cannot be seen our naked eyes, then by which method are you going to see? Let me see. No, the answer is no. Why? Because we cannot see the microorganism with the naked eye. Okay, I cannot see the microorganism directly or only through my eye. Then, in which method I used to see the microorganism? They can be seen with the help of a microscope. Of course, there is a one instrument called as a microscope. In this microscope, we can see a very small microorganism. Next question. What are the major groups of microorganisms? There's a lots of microorganisms. They categorized like 3 or 4 major groups are present in your syllabus. So, such the major groups are, let me see. Answer. The major groups of microorganisms are the bacteria, the fungi, algae, and the protozoa, which are present only in 8 standard groups. So, almost 4 groups of microorganisms are present in your syllabus. Question 6. Name the microorganism which can fix the atmospheric nitrogen in the soil. Of course, we are telling that microorganism is very important and some of the microorganism is harmful. Some of the microorganism very important to convert the air into some kind or air into a fertilizer to the soil. Let me see which of the microorganism is fix the atmospheric nitrogen. Let me see. Bacteria. The called or the example is rhizobium is or azotobacteria bacter. That's one more example. And the blue-green algae, anabhina or a nastic can fix the atmospheric nitrogen in the soil. But in your textbook, the most is you can write the bacteria as example as rhizobium also. Question number 7. Now, one of the most important question is here. Write 10 lines on the usefulness of the microorganism in our lives. So, let me write which are very important in our or the uses of the microorganism. Can you live without the microorganism? Yes, the friend microorganism is very important to our life. Let me see. First point, microorganisms are utilized in the preparation of the wines, pickles, vinegar, cheese, curds, and the aroma in tobaccos. They are used in the production of antibiotics. The third point, they helps in the sewage disposal. So microorganism having lots of uses. Fourth point, some soil bacteria like rhizobium fix atmospheric nitrogen, which is useful for plants or which is used for the soil to fertilize it. Some microorganisms are very used the large scale production of alcohol, wine and acetic acid. Yes, there is a preparation of alcohol or from the sugar into alcohol. There is a microorganism. The milk converted into curd by the help of lactobacillus. So, which is also very helpful. Some bacteria helps in tanning the leather. Some of the bacteria is very helpful for this. Some kind of the microorganism is very used to produce the vaccine. Of course, a vaccine is very important. We could have seen during the corona form, then everyone we would use the vaccines. Some of the microorganisms, they clean the environment. You could have observed that if a dog has been died after 10 days, there is nothing will be there. The environment has been cleaned by the help of microorganism. And the 10th point is some bacteria tenderize meat by breaking it down muscle fibers. So 10 points. Question number 8. Write a short paragraph on the harm of the microorganism. Till 7th question, we used to learn about the useful. What are the uses of the microorganism? We already discussed. Let's we have to study about the harmful or harmful. It causes the diseases or causes of the microorganism. Answer: harm is caused by the microorganisms are they cause a number of diseases either in the men, it would be only the men, men, women, or a kind children, plants, animals, etc. Some microorganisms spoil the milk. If it is not good, then you have to pour it. Pickles, jams, squashes, and some other food items. Not only that, they will damage the crops, thus reducing the productivity. Of course, you know that if any microorganism, any disease is caused to the crops, means nothing will you get it. Totally the product what you get goes on decreases. So the microorganism having the positive, as along with the positive there is a negative. So there's a harmful of the microorganisms are these. Next question, what are antibiotics? What precautions must be taken while taking antibiotics? Yes, this is one of the most important questions, not only for your studies, even in your life. You should know before going to eat the antibiotics what it means and how much we have to eat. Let's see about the precautions also. The answer is antibiotics are the medicines that kill or stop the growth of diseases causing microorganisms. If you have any fever, then along with the paracetamol tablet, you will eat the antibiotic. Why? Because the antibiotic are helpful to kill the growth of diseases. Antibiotic must be taken only in the advice of a qualified doctor. Yes, don't eat by yourself. You have to get the suggestion from the doctor. The course of antibiotic prescribed by the doctor must be finished. If they would say that 3 days you have to eat, means that should be eat by the 3 days. Antibiotics must not be taken when not needed. You must not eat. Yeah, it's like a chocolate. You no need to be eat. So, you have to be very careful when you eat also, because this helps bacteria in our body to develop resistance to them. Next time, when we fall ill and need these antibiotics, then there would be a less effectiveness. So, antibiotics is one of the, how much is this important, as much bad. You have to take care about your health you itself. By eating the antibiotic, you have to take care, or you have to get the suggestion or advice from the qualified doctor itself. And the second main point is, first point is you have to check the doctor's qualification, or you have to take the suggestion from the doctor. Second most important means you have to finish the course. That is the most important 2 points. Please subscribe my channel. My channel name is Shruti Peral. Thank you for watching. For more videos, subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching. ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋಲನ್ನು ಸ್ವೀಕರಿಸುವವನಿಗಿಂತ ಅದರಿಂದ ಕಲಿಯುವವನೇ ಯಶಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಹತ್ತಿರವಾಗುತ್ತಾನೆ. ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಸೋಲು ಬಂದೇ ಬರುತ್ತದೆ. Failure, if you get it, don't be worried. Step into that and reach the tip of the success. That is one of the most important. How you fight against the failure is one of the most important. If you're worried about it, you never get it, or you never reach into a success. ನಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದ ಅರ್ಥ ನಾವು ಉಳಿಯುವ ದಾರಿಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಉಳಿದವರಿಗೂ ಬೆಳಕು ನೀಡುವ ದಾರಿಗೆ ಅವಲಂಬಿತವಾಗಿದೆ. Our life, not only to us, it is also lightful or fruitful to others people also. Thank you.